like so overwhelmed and like Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. It's your girl Kiana here, and today I'm going to give you a life update video, semester update, all that good stuff. Before we get into that, I'm going to talk to you about Dossier perfumes. Dossier perfumes is where you can get premium scents without the premium cost. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I love Dossier perfume. Just for that reason, I get luxury scents for 70 to 90% less. And their prices start from $29. So let me get right into the first one. So the first one is one of my favorites, Oriento Cherry, which is inspired by Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. And yes, I did use it a lot. So this one is one of my absolute favorites. I am going to test it for you guys, even though I already know what it smells like. It smells of almond, cherries, of course. Got a little bit of vanilla in there too. Smells really, really good. I definitely recommend this one, Oriento Cherry. And somewhere on the screen, I'm going to leave all of their top notes, middle notes, base notes, somewhere on the screen for you guys, and as well as the price. Next up is the Floriento Orange Blossom. I'm going to test this one for you guys. This one's actually inspired by Estee Lauder Beautiful perfume. You smell vanilla, you smell the orange. Smells good, but it's not like wow, it doesn't wow me, so it's not one of my favorites, but still good. Next up is the Florence Coconut, another one of my favorites. I didn't use this one as much, but this is a great summer scent. Like, definitely get it before the summer is out. Smells like coconuts. I smell pistachio, a little bit of jasmine and amber. It's like a sweet, spicy, and a slightly fruity scent. Like, you can't go wrong with this. It smells really good. I don't know if any of you guys like to put on like perfume at night, like before you go to bed. Not for your man or anything else, because I don't have a man, but for just for yourself, like just to, you know, after you get out the shower, you just like, you do a little scent, maybe on your pillow. Like, this is what I use this for. It doesn't last super long, but it does last like a good couple of hours. It does smell good, so definitely get this. This is a great summer scent. And the next one, which is my absolute favorite, is the Gourmand White Flowers. This one's actually inspired by Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb, and I actually had a sample of this prior to purchasing this, and they smell very similar. Because even when I put this on and I wore it to work, so I do use this one, I wore it to work one time and somebody was like, "Are you wearing Flower Bomb?" And I was like, you know, yes, but not really. So it smells so good, so good. And it has like a musk scent to it too, and I like that in my perfumes. It has like a musk scent, it has vanilla in it. It smells very good. 10 out of 10, I definitely recommend. And a bonus one, which wasn't gifted to me, I actually bought with my own money, is Ambry Saffron. This one is supposed to be inspired by the Baccarat Rouge 540, and you know your girl wasn't about to spend $300 for this when this one is only $49. This one I got compliments on too, so many. And someone even said, "Is that the Baccarat?" And I'm like, I'm probably saying it wrong or whatever, but somebody was like, "Is that Baccarat?" And I'm like, maybe. Like, this is another one where I was like, maybe, like. But this one smells so good. It's unisex, and it's a unisex scent, and it's kind of like an intoxicating, spicy scent. Like, I don't know how else to like describe it, but like, it just draws you in. It smells so good. This one I definitely recommend too, because I got a lot of compliments on this one. So But that's all I have for you guys for Dossier perfumes. If this review wasn't enough for you to go click on their website, then I will leave my discount code below at the bottom of the screen and also in the description box below. So guys, feel free to check them out. They're amazing, great customer service, shipping is fast. I definitely recommend. But without further ado, I'm gonna get right into this life update video. So guys, it's been a minute since I've talked to you about school because literally I just tried to just study and avoid everything else regarding nursing school because it's stressful, like especially when you're online and you're working and all that stuff. But in this video, I am going to finally do that month update from that PCT CNA job that I got. Yeah, that was long overdue. And then I'm going to talk to you about a new job that I got, and I'm going to talk to you about my last 2 semesters basically. So first things first, I'm gonna talk about the PCT job where I had that orientation, which I'm going to link that video up above because if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably like, what is she talking about? I'm gonna link that video up above. I did like an orientation day kind of thing, and now I was supposed to do a 6-month update on my experience as a CNA. Okay, so basically as a PCT, I enjoy doing it, enjoy the people that I work with. Like I worked at that job for a year now. I started out as full-time and now I'm per diem. But the duties that I did there were like kind of stocking the floor, making sure the patients are fed. Like if they're not able to feed, I would feed them, bed baths, stuff like that. And vitals, you know, the simple temperature, blood pressure, all that stuff. And it kind of helped, you know, with my schedule and my school schedule. It kind of worked for a while. And I even worked a couple of night shifts. Night shifts I like because they're really chill. The nurses are chill during the night too. It's not like as hectic as working during the day shift. Day shift, you're in charge of a lot. Like you... if the patient's incontinent, like you're kind of just cleaning them up throughout the day. If they can't feed themselves, you're feeding them for breakfast and lunch and dinner. And you kind of have to do blood sugars before meals. And so it's a lot more than night shift. Night shift, you come on at 7, you do blood sugars, and then you do vitals. You do vitals twice throughout the night, but one is like for those that are on the tally monitor, on the heart monitor, and then the other is the whole, like the other time that you do the vitals is for the whole floor. But it became short-staffed, which is mostly any place. So I kind of started looking around for another job. I'm not certified as a CNA, PCT, none of that. Like I only got these jobs because I'm in nursing school. So the second job that I got is a critical care tech. So critical care tech is basically along the same lines. The only other task that I have to do and that I learned to do is EKGs and drawing blood, which is great to learn. That's another reason why I decided, not only because it was short-staffed, but because I wanted to learn more things. And I'm also a float, so I get to see different floors. So I just think it's the best of both worlds. Like get to draw blood, do EKGs, and see different floors, see different types of things. And because at one point I was sure what kind of nurse I wanted to be, and now I'm kind of like, I got a year to decide like what kind of nurse I want to be. Being a critical care tech float, it allows me to see different floors, do different things. Like even some days I'm even secretary. Like I've learned those tasks too. So like when all else fails and let's say no one shows up to work, I can handle it all on my own. I feel like, maybe not, but I just feel like I've learned so much, and I've only been there since March. So like 3 months, 4 months now. I just feel like I've learned so much compared to what I learned at the other job, which I was only there for about 7 months before I started looking. So, but I've been at that other job for a total of a year now, but within 3 to 4 months at this new job, I feel like I've learned so much. So I'm so grateful for this job. This is actually the color that we wear. The other job, I wear burgundy. That's why in the other video, you'll see burgundy scrubs. So That's the only difference. So as a critical care tech, I'm going to talk to you more about that because that is my full-time position. Some days I am transport, some days I am secretary, like I'll answer phones, I'll put new patients, like transfer patients in Epic, or like I'll do discharges, stuff like that. And then other days I'm like a regular tech. I do vitals, I do sugars, you know, different stuff like that, EKGs, and draw blood. So some days I'm even sitting on a one-to-one, and those like are perfect for like if I have an exam or whatever. That job a lot more. Even though I'm afloat, you know, you kind of get that feeling of I don't belong in a certain place. I was kind of scared about being afloat because I don't have a home, basically. Like my other job, I actually have like my main floor. I know all the people that work there because that's my floor. But as a float, people look at you like, what do you know? What don't you know? Like stuff like that. And I don't know where to put my stuff like during the day. So it's kind of, it varies, but I come to work to do my job and I get stuff done. And so it kind of flows for me. Like I'm more comfortable now than I was in the beginning about being afloat. Would I be a float nurse? I thought about it because you don't have to deal with the same people every day. But I mean, I think eventually I do want to have like a main floor, but for right now while I'm in school, it's less stress on me being afloat. I don't know, that's just my opinion. But the only thing is that every morning when I go in, that's when I get my assignment. So I never know where I'm at until the morning of. So that's the only like high, like what is today gonna be like kind of thing. And some people like being on the floor because they know, okay, I know who's gonna be there and what I have to do. Like every floor is different for me. So I just like learning new things. So I think for right now, it works for me. So that's basically it. I don't really have much to say about being a tech. Like maybe if you guys have more questions for me, I can answer them down like in the comment section below, or if I get a bunch of questions, which I don't know if I will, but if I do, then I'll make a separate video. Yeah, so that works. But now school, oh my God. So as you guys know, I made a video on about me failing Med-Surg 1, and I'll link that up above. That was the hardest video I've ever done, ever done. Like I never thought that I would sit there and do it, but and I went on YouTube and I saw other people's videos and I was kind of like, okay, I made this channel to document my journey. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna document my journey. I'm gonna be open and honest. And that's what I did. And I'm happy I did that because other people may be going through the same thing. I took Med-Surg 1 again this past January. Got a B. I'm happy with it. I would be even happy with a C. Like C's get degrees. I don't care what no one says. But this stuff is hard. Med-Surg 1 ended in February, so I was still working at that first job as a PCT. So I was like working my 3 shifts a week, and then I was still going to school, working full time and going to school. It was tough. I mean, 3/12s, yeah, and I'm off Tuesday, Thursday. But the Tuesday, Thursday is kind of like I still have class that evening. So it wasn't like the whole day wasn't to myself. It was only like half the day. So like if I, and then Saturday I had lab, and then Sunday I was off. So it kind of worked out, but it was like going 6 days a week. It was just for 8 weeks because all my classes are 8 weeks long. It was hard. But being in nursing school, you gotta learn about time management. You gotta know what study methods work for you. Either way, I did it. Moving past that, after Med-Surg 1 ended in February, I had Pharm 1. Pharm 1 was only, was it twice a week? Pharm 1 was only on Tuesdays. So I had a little bit of a break, but I thought it was kind of hard. Like it was a different type of method of studying for me. It was back to like where Med-Surg 1, you gotta, learn and apply critical thinking skills. Whereas Pharm, like it was mostly memorization. Like I was just kind of like, how can I switch? Because I've been studying one way this whole time, and now for Pharm 1, these study methods are not going to work. So I found myself just memorizing for Pharm 1. I bought like other supplemental materials, resources, and like I can list them down below. But what really worked for me was like making my own charts. That's what really worked for me. So I like made the charts with, you know, the med and, you know, its route and the mechanism of action, contraindications, any adverse effects, nursing considerations, and patient education. Like I made a chart for each med like that. It's time consuming, but it worked for me because it's like I'm typing it out. That's my one pass. And I'm also looking at the PowerPoint and then I'm reviewing it. That's my second pass. And then for the test, like I may have looked over the test bank too, because test bank is kind of learning how to apply like what I just learned and in question form. So I found that was the best way to do Pharm 1, and I passed with a C, but C's get degrees. Like I don't really care, I passed. And then I just finished Med-Surg 2. I just don't like Med-Surg. Like I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's everyone needs to know Med-Surg. Med-Surg is the base of everything, and you'll learn a lot in Med-Surg. But there were certain topics where I was just like, I don't know this, I can't get this, like I just don't get it. So we had, and I think on top of that too, I was working both jobs. Like I was working 2 days a week at the other job, and I was working 3 days a week at my current job, the full-time job as a crit care tech. And I had class Tuesday. Just thinking about it, it's just so overwhelming. I had class Tuesday and Thursday night, and then I had clinical for Saturday and Sunday, 7A to 7P on the weekend. So I was going 7 days a week until I couldn't take it no more. So each class, like I said, is 8 weeks long. So we had clinicals for 6 of the 8 weeks. So for the after 4 weeks, I was like, 3 or 4 weeks, I was like, yeah. After I was halfway through, I was like, I can't no more. And I just stopped putting myself on the schedule for the other job. Because, you know, you have, as a per diem, you have to kind of upkeep and you have to work like your 2, 3, or 4 shifts a month. Like so overwhelmed and like didn't do well on my first test, but I made it through, I passed. And for Med-Surg shoes, we did have to do an ATA proctored exam, which I did get a level 2 on. I can do a separate video on how I got the level 2. If you guys want to know, just leave a comment down below or like this video. I will probably end up doing it anyway, but I did get a level 2 on the ATI proctored exam. But now that I'm done with Med-Surg 2, I am now taking Pharm 2, and it's back to that same study method again. So guys, wish me good luck, because I already started studying before the class even started. Like I'm trying to be on my shit. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to do well this term. Like it's mandatory. Like God willing, I will. And yeah, so I think that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys want to know more about like my semester, how I studied for Med-Surg 1, 2, Pharm 1, how I plan to study for Pharm 2, just let me know. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.